Greetings and welcome to our September Overview 2025. These monthly reviews aim to produce a summary of news related to Jamaica. Please remember to like and share our content. It takes time to produce this content. We want to grow this channel, so let's talk about September 2025 in Jamaica. This was a month that could seriously define its future. We're talking a historic election, a stunning drop in crime, and massive wins on the world stage. It was a period of incredible highs, for sure, but also some intense complexities. We're going to unpack exactly why this one month felt like such a massive turning point for the entire nation, which really brings us to the big question here. When you have all these things happening at once, a rare political victory, a huge safety improvement, and incredible success in sports, you have to ask, was this the start of a new golden age for Jamaica? Let's get into it. All right, so first up, let's look at the politics. The Jamaica Labour Party, led by Andrew Holness, is locked in a third straight term in office. Now, in a political scene that's usually a really tight two-party race, this was a huge deal, a truly historic mandate, and the vibe from the Prime Minister was totally optimistic. In his victory speech, he framed the win as proof that his government was headed in the right direction and promised to use that momentum to push the country forward. But, and this is a big but, the victory came with a significant asterisk. Voter turnout was just 39.5%. That's a historic low, and it immediately makes you wonder, right? I mean, how strong is your mandate really when a majority of the country didn't even show up to vote? It adds this whole complicated layer of public disengagement to the win. Okay, so this timeline really shows you just how fast everything happened. September 3rd, the election results are in. By the 16th, Holness is sworn in. And just one day later, he's already named his cabinet. But that speed came with a side of controversy because he included some figures who'd resigned under a cloud before. And that, as you can imagine, kicked off a whole public debate right away. So what exactly was this victory built on? Well, a big piece of it was a pretty strong economic story. The government could point to record low unemployment, just 3.3%, and a significant drop in public debt. That was the core of their pitch. A solid track record mixed with some really ambitious promises for the future, like slashing income tax and doubling the minimum wage. But you know, the economy was really only half the story. Maybe the most shocking development of 2025, which really hit a peak in September, was this dramatic, almost unbelievable turnaround on public safety. I mean, look at these numbers. They're staggering. In the first 7 months of 2025, homicides just plummeted by 43% compared to the year before. This wasn't just some slight dip. You know, this put the nation on track for its lowest murder rate in 3 decades. For many Jamaicans, this felt like a massive generational shift. And, you know, Police Commissioner Anthony Anderson really put it perfectly. This wasn't just about data on a spreadsheet. As he said, every single one of those numbers in that decline represents a life. Saved a community that's a little more stable, a place that can finally breathe a bit easier. Okay, but here's where it gets really complicated. All this progress had a deeply troubling flip side. While murders were way down, fatal shootings by police shot up by a shocking 152% in early 2025. So you have this strange reality where communities are safer from gangs, but at the same time, human rights groups are sounding the alarm about the methods being used by the security forces. So in the middle of all this political and social drama, there is this incredible unifying force, Jamaican excellence in sports and culture. And in September, it just exploded onto the world stage. Let's talk about the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Team Jamaica just put on an absolute clinic, grabbing 10 medals. But the moment that sent the entire island into a frenzy was the men's 100 meters, a historic 1-2 finish with Oblique Seville taking gold and Key Thompson silver. It was this powerful statement that stamped Jamaica's dominance in men's sprinting. Honestly, this proverb captures that feeling perfectly. We might be small, but we are mighty. It really gets to the heart of the Jamaican spirit, this small island nation that just consistently punches way above its weight on the world stage. The pride was just off the charts. That same pride was buzzing back home too, especially during the celebrations for the 106th birthday of cultural icon, Louise Miss Lou Bennett. Her famous line, used to ease heartache, felt so right for the moment. All these celebrations of Jamaican patois and folklore, it was like this joyful release valve against all the serious stuff going on. But while the nation was celebrating, it was also staring down a huge growing threat. September really felt like a climate crossroads for Jamaica, having to deal with immediate dangers while also trying to show some serious global ambition, and that threat became terrifyingly real. On September 19th, a tropical wave slammed the island, causing massive flash floods. I mean, roads in the capital, Kingston, literally became rivers. It was just this brutal, in-your-face reminder of how incredibly vulnerable the country is to climate change. Yet, what's incredible is that just days later, at the UN, Jamaica's response wasn't despair, it was leadership. Prime Minister Holness announced one of the most ambitious climate plans you'll see from any small island nation. This new plan commits them to aggressive emissions, cuts, a huge push into renewables and EVs, and serious conservation efforts. This wasn't just some small promise. It was a bold statement on the world stage. That sense of leadership goes way beyond just climate. A huge part of Jamaica's story is its connection to the rest of the world, powered by strong diplomacy and, maybe most importantly, an incredibly active global diaspora and the impact of this global community. You can literally see it and feel it. In September alone, you had over 100 grand raised for scholarships, new awards in Canada to honor community leaders, and even town halls with the Prime Minister in New York. This just goes to show you the diaspora isn't just some community living abroad. It's a powerful engine driving development, investment, and advocacy for back home. So that brings us right back to where we started. September 2025 was, without a doubt, a month of historic opportunity for Jamaica. You have a fresh political mandate, a wave of national pride, a real breakthrough on crime, and all these ambitious promises. But with all that opportunity comes massive challenges. The ultimate question is, can the nation pull it off? Can it balance it all? Honestly, the answer to that is going to define Jamaica's next chapter. Thanks. Please look out for our October review.